Hello, welcome back, and thanks for joining me for another video. Today's project starts out with this not too shabby stamp set called Warm Drink, Cold Day. I love a stamp set that has this kind of coffee imagery and hot cocoa, and this has some really cute sentiments as well. One says, "Happiness is a hot drink on a cold day." The other says, "Hope your life is filled with happiness and overflowing hot chocolate." And the other says, "You, me, coffee now." I'm also using this Pink and Main die set today. It's one that I've had in my stash for some time and am finally getting around to using it. It is called Concave Rectangles, and not only does it cut, but it also adds some of that stitching. I started by using one of the dies on a couple pieces of cardstock for alcohol markers. And then I did a few other cuts that were just kind of for layering out of some green color. I also created a card base out of a piece of black cardstock. To get that, I took a pre-made card base that I had that was top folding, and essentially I did partial die cutting. The piece that I left uncut, though, was just a couple millimeters at the very top, and it just happened that it worked out. I did, of course, tape the die down to the card base just to make it easier when I cut it so that it wouldn't shift. Today I'm going to be using this set of ABT Pro alcohol markers from Tombow. I participated in the Card Maker Success Summit a few weeks ago and won just one of the giveaways, and so they sent me these markers, and it's the first time I'll be using this brand of marker. And I am going to be using Memento Tuxedo Black ink as well, because that ink will not bleed with alcohol markers. I went ahead and roughly swatched out these markers really quick and decided on the 3 lightest tones because I thought that they went well together but also matched those layering pieces of green cardstock that I cut out. And I colored both of my images with the same colors, and I think all in all, I liked the markers so far. I didn't have anything super negative to say about them. I really probably need to use them, 2, 3, 4 more times to kind of really decide how I feel about them, and before I would be able to compare them to my standard alcohol marker, which is the Arteza Ultra. I didn't, like I said, have any initial negative things to say about them, so that's good. That always seems good. And I did blend a couple different areas, and they blended pretty well. I'm not a great alcohol marker colorist, so anytime the marker can help me, I really appreciate that. So I went ahead and did both of these with these same colors. I went ahead and broke out my waffle flower stencil mat, and I think it only is different from the media mat because it has that groove there that is supposed to catch the stencil. I didn't use the stencil this way today though. I just used a piece of mint tape because I wanted to mask off part of the whipped cream in this image. And this is a Brutus Monroe Sweet Swirls stencil, so I'm assuming that it is made just for this purpose. And for the marshmallows and the whipped cream today, I'm using Nuvo Crystal Glaze. So I find that I just use gravity. I don't really squeeze the bottle at all when I'm applying this, and that works out best for me. You'll see in the end result there were some little areas that I didn't get a great coverage on, but I think all in all it still looks good. And if you're still with me, I'd appreciate it if you take a second and hit the like button and comment below what your favorite hot beverage is. Just to put some finishing touches on these cards, I used these Gina Marie Designs dots and my Marby jewel picker. Now this first card has the ombre mug and the swirls of hot cocoa steam, I guess. And you can see in the light there what that Nuvo glaze looks like. And then this one with the sentiment that says, "Hope your life is filled with happiness and overflowing hot chocolate." And the glaze on the marshmallows there. So what do you think? Is your favorite the portrait or the landscape? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for joining me for another video. I appreciate your time so much. Don't forget, safety first.